Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to AAC Weekly. We are going to be reviewing week one. We're not going to do the whole week. We're just going to do a few teams, a few games. Like the upset with Dallas. Everyone was picking Dallas to win that game against the Bucks. But yeah, they showed us that they were true to form in the Cowboy Nation. We're going to review the game of the week between the Chargers and the Redskins. We're going to look into other games as well. First, let's start with saying that the word of the week for that sentence that you must be able to complete at the end of the year to get a superstar or X Factor rookie, regardless of where you draft him. You can draft him 7th round. We can make him a superstar or a rookie. Or superstar or X Factor. Unsure of which we'll do, but the word of the week is R. A-R-E. The first 2 weeks are in the first 2 archived streams. You're more than free to go back and watch them and get that. Unfortunately, we are not giving out the words each week. We want you to actually watch the streams. We want you to not so much, I don't want you to waste your time watching it, but I do want you to somewhat show me that I'm not wasting my time by doing this. So the word of the week is R, A-R-E. Put that with your other 2 words. There are many more words to come in the following weeks. So let's get started. We're going to jump on over here. We're going to look at the schedule real quick. I think it's going to bring up mine, yeah. So we're going to jump to the week 1 schedule, review some of the games, see how they went down, speak on the Redskins and the Chargers a little bit. I am attempting to put some video together to do highlights, key points of each game moving forward. It's a bit of a process. There's a lot of work that has to go into it. You have to be able to get the video, break the video down. It's a lot of work, trust me. So game 1 that we're going to speak about is Tampa Bay and Dallas. Dallas was the favorite team here. As you can see, this was a very heavy pass game. Both teams decided to come out and see if they could break the shoulders of the quarterbacks. Tampa Bay actually went out and got Deshaun Watson before this game. It was a very questionable trade, but seeing as how everyone is an adult, we allow you to play your game, your style, your team. If you leave, hey, so be it. But right now, it is what it is. So the Bucks went out, traded with the Texans, got Deshaun Watson, and as you can see, 402 yards, 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. That was the huge factor in this game. Turnovers are always an issue. If you're going to turn the ball over, you're basically turning over the victory and taking that L home with you. And Dak throwing 3 INTs, I'm pretty sure it didn't help at all. Ezekiel Elliott got him a rushing touchdown. For whatever reason, congratulations, buddy. You're still not Christian McCaffrey. As far as the defensive side, as you can see, all 3 INTs to Tampa. There's none for Dallas whatsoever. There's no fumble recoveries. There's not even a forced fumble. So, yeah, Dallas is just trash. I mean, let's be honest. Dak is garbage. Ezekiel Elliott is garbage. CeeDee Lamb and Amari Cooper, garbage. Like, how do you not even score a touchdown? You get 6 catches with 157 yards and you can't even get in the end zone? Come on, buddy. Come on. So, that one right there was one of the letdowns. We honestly thought Dallas was going to be better than a 22-point loss. But it's Dallas. What do you expect? Then we're going to take a look at who would be a good AFC game to look at. You know what? The Dolphins and the Patriots look like they had a pretty good game. So we're going to take a look at this one real quick. The Dolphins were not favored. The Patriots were favored in this, and as you can see, the Patriots got dominated. The offensive yards just were not there, rushing or passing. Miami had all of it on their side. Miami jumped out to a 7-10 lead at halftime. And it appears that New England just couldn't get anything going. Like, I'm not sure what the issue was. Tua throwing 3 INTs, and they still couldn't get anything going. Defensively, Maybe that's where the scores came. Well, one score came from there, so that right there, you take away that 7 on defense, you got a 14-10 victory for the Patriots, but unfortunately it did not work out that way. The Dolphins controlled the game. It was not an issue for them. A little bit closer than the numbers say, but hey, maybe next time, Patriots. Then we're going to move on to the game of the week, Washington and the Chargers. Now, I've actually been trying to get some video together of this game. I have one breakdown to where Washington's already up 7-0. The Chargers get across midfield. They're at the 46. Decides to throw it deep. Washington picks it off. Get the ball at the 20. And the very first play after the interception, Gibson breaks free for an 80-yard touchdown run. Puts the no-namers up 13-0 after the missed extra point. But as you can see here, that was it. Once that happened, it was over. Chargers got in the flow, started doing things, and as I said right here, that's the key, them turnovers. Once you start making so many turnovers, you're putting yourself in a position where you can't win. And after that one INT in the first quarter by the Chargers, there were no more. Washington just could not keep up at that point. As you can see, Fitzpatrick threw 4 INTs. I believe he also fumbled. Oh, nope, it was Gibson that fumbled. I apologize. Gibson fumbles. I mean, that's 5 turnovers. You're giving the ball back to the opposing team 5 times to just go score. And as you can tell, here's 14 of them on defense. So already that defense had outscored the offense. So everything else was just icing on the cake for the Chargers. The numbers, though, Washington had the numbers. I mean, they came out, they played a very well game. Time of possession was basically even. Red zone. You couldn't stop the Chargers in the red zone. Washington never even got to the red zone. The first score, we're unsure of what happened because the stream didn't take place until Washington was already up by 7. So the first score, I'm unable to tell you what it was. I'm assuming it was a pass since Gibson had the 80-yard touchdown run on the following play of the INT that the Chargers did throw. Next week's game of the week, which has already been played, but we're not getting into it yet. We have that set up as the Browns and Texans. We're not going to get into it yet because it's not week 2 yet. We haven't advanced. I'm not getting into the week 2 aspect of the stream yet. So, right now, if you break down the leaders for what we have, here's your leaders. I mean, Tom Brady, Jameis Winston, Baker Mayfield, they're all coming out and they're just slinging the ball everywhere. I mean, it's amazing. Rushing leaders, MVP Christian McCaffrey. He's already up over 550 yards, 6 touchdowns. I heard Joe Mixon had a better game week 2. Look at the numbers, baby. Ain't no better week 2. Ain't no better week 3. Ain't no better week 10. It's Christian McCaffrey, baby. Come on. The man's God. Okay? Let's be honest. That's white lightning right there, baby. Down here you got the Texans who have Tom Brady. You can tell that his primary receiver is Brandon Cooks. So whenever you play the Texans, keep an eye on Brandon Cooks. There's a good idea that he may be throwing to him. Mike Evans with Tampa Bay. He seems to be the primary receiver. But then again, from my understanding, he hasn't played week 2 yet. So those stats for Mike Evans are from week 1 alone. 8 receptions, 273 yards, and 5 touchdowns in one game. Dallas, what happened? We heard y'all were going to have a better defense this year. Doesn't look like it, buddy. Then you have your sack leaders, interception leaders, your tackle leaders, which, I take good pride in that because 2 of the 3 players up there, Jeremy Chin and Shaquem Griffin, the one-handed bandit, they're at the top of the list on the top 3 tacklers. We are in the process of trying to work something with the Browns to get Rodney Harrison, but he's over there sitting on his tampon. I don't know what he's got going on. So, yeah. So now we're going to take a look at the Week 1 award winners, actually. For Week 1, as I said, Mike Evans. He had an outstanding game. What can you say? He destroyed Dallas secondary. From what little bit of that game I watched, it seemed that it was nothing but go routes. And he just lob it up and Mike would go get it. You would think Dallas would have brought some more help over or spied on him a little bit better or brought pressure and forced him to get rid of the ball quicker. But you live and you learn. Stephon Diggs for the Bills, and that was in a loss. The Bills lost, actually, to the Steelers that week. Stephon Diggs did his part, 5 receptions, 257 yards, three receiving touchdowns. He did his part. Everyone up here, the only team to lose was the Bills. Everyone else had a great game right there. A quick breakdown. The power rankings are out. Unfortunately, Harnett Central High School is unable to get a mention on Madden since it is a high school, but they would be right here, 32. The Lions would be 33. The power rankings are in the power rankings tab in the game. Feel free to look at it. I mean, this is your current breakdown. This is what Madden believes is the best, but obviously it's going to change a lot. Browns lost week 2, obviously, as you can see. I myself, the Panthers, we lost. We're going to move from 16 to whatever on here. But again, I do my own power rankings. So I believe I'm ranked 5 right now. I might move to like 5.5 in the power rankings in mine. So, hey. So right now, your leading MVP, in my opinion, if we go back and we look at the stats, take a quick look, see what everybody's got going on. Like, this is what you have for quarterbacks. Tom Brady and Jameis Winston. These two guys, Winston, I'm going to be honest with you, that's going to get shut down real quick. I'm not going to tell you what he does, but that's going to get shut down. I can tell you that right now. But, Tom Brady, on the other hand, apparently he's looking real good. He's doing what he has to do for the Texans to keep winning. He has a 3-to-1 interception ratio to touchdowns. So that's amazing. Trevor Lawrence, I believe, is the first. Nope. Justin Fields is the first rookie on the board. 4 TDs to 6 INTs. Trevor Lawrence isn't doing too well either with 3 TDs to 4 INTs. As far as rookie of the year, I still believe Trevor Lawrence will get it as far as quarterbacks go. So, yeah. Rushing, again, there he is, White Lightning, the man himself. If words could describe this man, they would already be said. There's nothing that can describe this guy. So, I mean, as you can see, he's averaging 276.5 yards a game. Joe Mixon, this bum, dude, please. He has one more touchdown than Christian McCaffrey, and that's because McCaffrey needed to take a break after, doing all that running he's doing. Broken tackles, Mixon, come on. Like, stop expecting everybody to do the blocking for you. Why don't you actually get out there and make somebody miss you? But as you can see, Mixon is hiding behind everybody and then cherry picking his way for touchdowns. Christian, 98 yards is his longest run, 74. Come on, buddy, step it up. Receiving, honestly, I believe it's going to come down to these two. I mean, these two seem to be the highlights of the offense. Mike Evans, I honestly believe, will be the best receiver this year because it seems like he is force fed. Like, he's just getting that ball nonstop. Miles Boykin may actually be an issue, but I mean, as you can see, between them two alone, Cooks and Boykin, that's 25 of the completions that Brady has. So I mean, already 35 other passes have gone to other players. So I mean, they already have most of the receptions. Kyle Pitts, I'm hearing is going to be a good one. We look forward to playing the Falcons and destroying that. And then defense, I believe, honestly, look at that boy, the one-handed bandit. Go ahead, baby. You and Chin up there showing out for them Panthers. I believe interception-wise, I do believe it will be a linebacker that has the most this year. I don't know who. we haven't gotten deep enough into the season for me to give my honest opinion. I haven't seen many people play. I myself haven't played enough. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if a linebacker actually gets it because of how much things have changed this year in the game. Right now, the longest field goal belongs to Suckup, which I don't understand why, considering that you throw 900 passes a game to one guy. I don't understand why you're kicking field goals, but hey. So yeah, there's that breakdown. Very important. Please remember that whenever you do your training each week, your players can get hurt. If your players get hurt, they will be out from 1 to 2 weeks. I haven't seen anything major yet. I haven't read anything saying anything major yet. So if it does happen, hey, sorry. It's part of practice. You can control the fatigue levels. If you put them in half pads, full pads, let your backups practice, let your third string practice, your starters practice. It's all up to you on who practices, who's going to be fatigued, who's going to get XP. It's all up to you. So in the event that, like, perfect example, my game, whenever I did my training, my left guard ended up getting hurt. He got hurt during practice. So I lost him for the game against the Saints. He'll be back next week. But who's to say I don't lose DJ Moore or Christian McCaffrey during practice next week? You have to remember it is possible. So it's all up to you on how you want to build your team and build your players. But just know there are risks. I mean, look at the real life. The Ravens have lost their entire team already during practice. The only one that got hurt during the game was Dobbins. He was the only one to get hurt during the game. The rest were injured during practice. So please keep that in mind moving forward. Don't put too much pressure on your team. Also, your staff, make sure that you have staff members that fit your schemes. As you can see, I'm running a vertical zone base 4-3. He's a 4-3 under, but there wasn't a coach that did anything 4-3 related but him at the time. And I'm not going to fire him because, I mean, as you can see, we've already got some stuff going on here. But make sure that they're in there. Make sure you do your talent trees. You set your goals each week also. You can go in and decide which one you want to do. It's all up to you. So make sure you're picking ones that are realistic. Don't pick one saying win turnover battle if you know you're going to throw 900 interceptions. Don't allow a rushing touchdown. If you know you can't stop the run, don't pick that. Go for something, more realistic, like sack the quarterback 3 times. If you know you're going to get to the quarterback, do it. Same thing for offense. Pick something realistic. If you know you're going to throw 1,000 interceptions per game, do not pick no turnovers today, because you know that you're going to throw a pick and you're not going to get those points. So be smart. Pick your things. Your weekly goals, make sure you pick all that. So yeah, I mean, honestly, that's about all we have for this week. Looking forward to week 2, though. Like I said, some of the games have already been played. I've given my week 2 predictions. Again, I'm going to continue to work on these videos and try to get these videos together. Like I said, I've made a small video of the Chargers and their no-namers. It's I'm happy, but I'm not happy with it. It's at a point where I'm not ready to share it because I still have a lot of fine-tuning to do. So for this season, it may just be a season of me attempting to get it together. And then next season, whenever the new scouting patch comes out and there's more detailed stuff to go into, I may start releasing those videos of highlights, during that season so we can look at it and go forward. Another thing, do not, and I repeat this very strongly, do not change positions. He moved his positions back because we had a talk. Position changes are not allowed. You can play a defensive end, linebacker, defensive tackle. You can play anywhere on that line that you want, anywhere. Like, for example, we'll go right here to my strong safety. I have a corner playing strong safety. That's fine. You can do that. Just do not change him from a corner to a strong safety or free safety. Do not change his position. He can play anywhere on that in that secondary that he wants. Just don't change his position. Like right here, I have a left outside playing at right outside. That's fine. Don't change his position. He can play at that position. I don't even have a middle linebacker, in my top two. So again, don't change the position. In the off season, after the draft, it gives you that option to change positions. At that time, we will allow it then. But you will not be able to change anything to quarterback. You will not be able to change receiver to tight end, and you won't be able to change any kind of safety or corner to linebacker. Other than that, you can change positions all you want, but once we advance into preseason week 1, you cannot change positions again. So make sure you make the right choices. I forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah, for now that's all we have. If anybody ever wants to come on here and do this show with me, that's fine. I have no problem letting someone come on and speak, give their opinions and their thoughts on things. Maybe even trash talk a little bit. It's fine by me. So the next one I am planning, I'm not promising, but I am planning to do it Wednesday night at Advance. So once we advance, I more than likely will fire up. Excuse me. I more than likely will fire up the stream and we'll do the weekly then and there. That way I can get ahead of games being played like they did here. So yeah. Feel free to give me any suggestions. Tell me what you want to see, what you think would help. Your opinions are always important, and they do matter, both on my stream and in the league. We have a tab for league improvements. You're always welcome to put in a suggestion. If I don't like it, trust me, I have no problem telling you it sucks. But yeah, you're always welcome to do that. So thank you all for being a part of the league. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to being much better on Wednesday night. Y'all have a great day and be safe.